Hello guys, how have you been in the past week? Hopefully everything is going fine as in Albion as in real life, so you can enjoy my new video of buffed infernal scythe 0 to hero. Disclaimer for potential haters. This is not true 0 to hero in new character as I don't have time or will to spec up new character for 5 to 7 hours just to create pure 0 to hero. I have 600 spec in Axis and the rest of the gear is full spec. Also, I'm creating this video 10 days ahead, so hopefully at the time you are watching we are on 2000 subscribers. If yes, big thanks to you all guys. The support in comments and in game is insane and I try my best to reply to every one of you in game and also here in comments. For the gear I went for the cheapest possible option for 4.0 to make it as authentic as I can. On infernal side you want to use third Q, adrenaline rush on W, swap to Sunder versus spares and bleed passive. For head I choose Hunterhood as it's cheap and pretty reliable versus nearly everyone. For chest I choose Assassin Jacket as you can clear camps with Invis ready and also use it versus Mercenary Jacket users. In a regular fight you want to use the Inferno Shield. Blade Boots for health run. Food I used Roast Pork at the start but later on decided that Beef Stew is definitely better for lower tiers of this build and the cost of whole build is less than 100k including consumables. My first fight wasn't just a fight, it was a chest defense. There was a lot of tier 6 tier 8 guys hovering around so I had to man up and defend it by myself versus tier 6 pair with 200 IP more. First scaring away was successful and I full looted the chest, but the spare was low enough so I kept fighting him, still being careful of my defensives if the tier 6 bloodletter will turn on me. Managed to secure the kill, loot the body and safely travel all the way to the exit. In the next Mist I fought tier 5 dual swords, same IP. He was on Hunterhood and Mercenary Jacket, plan was to bait his Hunterhood and disengage. Kept my Hunterhood for his E and Assassin Jacket for his Mercenary Jacket. Plan worked perfectly all the way till I didn't miss my second part of E. And Stone Golem just put an ice dot after it, so it's time to chase. Lost quite a lot of HP while chasing, getting constantly hit by his Ws, but knew that my execute will take great care of his HP, so I continued to chase. When he popped his Hunterhood and Mercenary Jacket, I simply hid in my Assassin Jacket and went for the full double hit of E this time. Tier 7 Halberd tried to red the kill, but I managed to escape. I didn't bank and later found tier 6 Abby, which means for me always a nice economy boost in 0 to hero. But I also found tier 7 spare with 350 more IP than I had, he was on wrong buff and wrong W, so I thought to myself, why not? He also had upper hand with Avalonian Cape. Swapped to Inferno Shield to have more brawl potential. Hunterhood for his Stalker Jacket and trade was pretty even, but his auto attacks hurt way more than mine did, so I disengaged even with my Inferno Shield. I was really unlucky that I didn't have any spare health potions with me in this fight. And also I was dumb to not wait half more second with another 2 Qs and E and instead full Unka bunked my big damage into his deflect. Time to buy new tier 4 gear. Oh my god. At least I banked the 2 previous chests, video is from later but it at least shows the amount of loot I had. I zoomed it to not spoil the next loot. I upgraded to tier 6 to finally get some good kills with more than 1200 IP. Legendary Beast, let's go! Legendary Mist got me quite some loot, so I immediately upgraded to tier 7, even bought Undead Cape to be more safe. More than 1300 IP now. Versus tier 8 battleaxe with Mistwalker jacket. Only thing I can purge which helps me is Adrenaline Rush or Boots. Started with E immediately and disengage a little bit to buy more time for E and W cooldown. Even dodged his E, which was huge. He matched my boots, time to prowl again. He wasted Mistwalker jacket here for my E, which wasn't in execute range. Didn't purge my Inferno shield, instead purged my Adrenaline Rush. And here I was sure it was second E as he healed a little bit, so I fully chased as he had nothing. I did a very late purge here, but my boots were soon up. I just need to be careful to not get hit by his second E, to not let him heal. He missed both and trash rate was good. GG. Versus tier 7 overcharged Frost Staff. I had my overcharge from fight with 6-3 prowling, which I luckily escaped before. Plan was to purge his cape immediately and use Infernal Shield for his Scholar Row, but he purged it well and my HP wasn't the best, so I decided to disengage as he also used Giga Potion, which is much longer cooldown than HP Potion. Now he had no cape and it was my chance to fully prowl him. Purging his Scholar Rope and keeping up with him with my W, which you should always use versus Frost users. Triple Q to get close and E even without execute range for damage. Infernal Shield for defense versus his Brawl. He disengaged, but eventually I caught up and he made a mistake to turn on me, so I caught him with third Q and ended his life with my execute. GG.
No! God, please, no! 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 Let's go!
That was close.
I was super lucky with escaping 8 for double bladed and 7 free prowling, so it's time to bank the loot. I didn't find fight in OC time, so I upgraded to 6-3 gear worth 3.1 mil, including tools. Versus tier 8 overcharged dual swords. Plan is to use reflect on his E and purge on his mercenary jacket. I dodged initial W from him, which is good start, and also my E chunked nearly 40% of his HP flow. He purged my shield, I didn't purge his boots as I was keeping it for his mercenary jacket. Purging his mercenary jacket now so he don't heal off mobs. He jumped away from second part of my E, so it's time to chase again. Just need to dodge his W, and he's dead. GG. Versus 6-3 overcharged prowling stuff. Wasn't sure if this build can beat prowling as it lacks mobility, but gave it a try. Plan is to keep my E for his transform. He used Mistwalker jacket for no reason, but I kited away for no reason, giving him time to get CD for jacket back. And when we finally caught up, I wasted my E when he wasn't in his form and he had his jacket ready. Now I'm on top of him with no boots and no E, facing inevitable death. Because if you do one mistake versus prowling and he's not dumb, you are dead. Tip: do not fight prowlings as infernal scythe, it's just not worth it. Bought another 6-3 gear for 3.7 mil, this time I need to get some really good loot to be able to upgrade to 7-3. Found tier 8 Debbie, maybe the luck will turn on my side now. Met nice tier 8 spare with Martlock cape and double reflect. He hadn't choose cripple, so I stay on adrenaline rush. If he was on cripple I would have to use the Thunder W. He missed his impaler, I purged his hunter hood and matched his inferno shield. He disengaged with his E, but I was able to catch up with his boots thanks to my adrenaline rush. My E procced his Martlock cape, that's why he didn't die, and as he had no cripple for my adrenaline rush, it was easy to catch up with him and finish the job. In the same dungeon I met tier 6 battleaxe and full spec tier 8 battleaxe, which kinda teamed on me. The tier 8 battleaxe full looted the chest and I didn't want to let him leave without proper goodbye, so I purged his boots and forced him to fight me. He dodged nicely second part of my E and I got hit by his E. He still has his mercenary jacket ready, which is not ideal as I'm being slowly but surely tailgated by the other battleaxe. Good part about doing videos is I can review my mistakes and realize my bad habits, such as constantly using boots as gap closer, which is a really bad habit. I should have kept them to keep up with his boots. Now the second battleaxe really joined the party and I'm not in mood for double penetration, so I try to leave. But it's hard to kite the same build, so I got trapped, but I was lucky that after third Q they hit only 1 from 4 of their E's, lol. But the T6 guessed my direction, my only chance is to wait out Undead Cape debuff and hope that my E will execute him. Tada! Worked like a charm. Met the T8 again few seconds later, this time our first trade went in huge favor for me. Now I still have Purge for his mercenary jacket and Inferno shield with my E really close for the execute. Only if I didn't use boots again like absolute noob, yeah? I purged his jacket, he purged my jacket, but he had boots and I didn't, so he escaped to the exit. GG. I was chasing tier 8 double bladed to the exit and as I didn't have some of my cooldowns, Mr. tier 8 overcharged claymore wanted to take advantage of me. Wasn't sure if it's right to take the fight, but he's full cloth and I had HP buff, so the odds were on my side. He played it well, cultist cowl for my adrenaline rush, mage robe for my inferno shield and full stacked E with keeper cape. Luckily I had buff which healed me exactly for the amount of his damage, 1000. Well, as I said, he's full cloth, so once he's on 40% HP, he disappears right into my inventory. I don't have many words for what you are going to witness and was actually thinking of just saying, I died, but you have to see it so you can make fun of me. 6-3 Prowling was following me for a whole mist until my nerves wrecked and I dismounted him in the middle of the camp. But in the process I aggroed approximately 35 mages and maybe 100 pets, which put me to half HP before the fight even started. Rest is history. So, 2 deaths, both to prowling. I had enough loot to buy 8 to gear, but had to give it all. High risk, high reward. Let's see what fights I can find. It's time to finish this challenge strong.
Well, this one is a knocker. Stepping on the dance, now this is my dance. Things scattered.
Versus 7-3 carving sword. Wasn't sure how will my build work versus his, but gave it a try. He wasted his E because I made him think I'm leaving, lol. He even purged my boots and adrenaline rush. QQ and first part of E took 1 bar of his HP, now he has no E, no jacket, no purge. That's why he's probably trying to leave the crime scene. Poor guy played that whole thing in hyper panic mode, so I matched his panic and used the infernal jacket decade later than needed. Purged his boots, my E is ready, his jacket is not. He must be mine, or? Triple Q to secure his movement, hoping his E is not ready. Damn, that E hit hard.
It's free real estate.
10 mil, let's fucking go. I could have finished challenge now, but I couldn't find a free scythe for a reasonable price, so I put a little bit more effort into filling my bank with another kills in this gear. Versus T-Raid overcharged Clarent blade on mercenary jacket. Interesting build. He wanted to fight at the only mist camp, guys don't do that, it's the easiest way to get rat, so I moved him a little bit out of the camp. First trade with WQQE took half of his health. I keep my purge for his mercenary jacket. He purged my jacket well on time, and with Moizag he trades better with only auto attacks and Qs, so I keep my distance now with boots to get my cooldowns. Still not purging his stacks and waiting for mercenary jacket, hoping he wouldn't use double stacked E, as it was his only chance to silence me and heal up with merc jacket. My E got 50% damage debuff from undead cape, so I just made sure he will bleed out with another 2 Qs and kept my distance, as his undead cape will end later than mine. GG. Time to count the loot. I had 2 deaths in 4.0 for 100k each, and I also had 2 deaths in 6.3 for 3.7 million each. That is 7.6 mils in deaths, but total loot is 31 million, so pure profit is 23.5 million of silver, which is very nice. Infernal scythe felt great when fighting pure 1v1, as its damage output is pretty good. However, you can't really catch hypermobile builds such as double-bladed hammers or bloodletters. For biggest counter I would say it's definitely the classic 2-red fire build and prowlings. Also anyone with good ping and dodge mobility for your E, such as frost stuffs. Right now the price for Infernal scythe is pretty up regarding current buff, as it is highly used in small scale fights as better bloodletter version. But if you want to give it a try, definitely try to use it in tier 7 or tier 8, as it won't bankrupt you and you would be surprised how many good fights you can have. I hope you have enjoyed my journey, let me know in the comments how did you like the video. As I said at the time you are watching the video, I'm probably on my way to vacation, so I can't roll winner of previous giveaway in this or next few videos until I come back in middle of February. So until then, no giveaways, but don't worry. I will be sure to make up that for you in next few videos with much bigger giveaways than you have been used to. Good luck in your Albion journey and see you in next video. Your noob, Grindrr.